Ndiposa nimeamua heri kuitwa Mkenya.
Na mkisema mimi mwenda wazimu, like father like son, God must be crazy.
Matumizi ya mitandao yamekithiri sana miongoni mwa vijana. Je, yamekithiri kwa manufaa yao ama ni kwa hasara?
Wakati ambapo wanaangalia skrini kwa muda mwingi au kompyuta au simu, inafanya vijana hawa kupata ugonjwa aina mbalimbali wa macho.
Vijana wengi hutumia majukwaa kama YouTube, Wikipedia na Google kuweza kupata maarifa.
Tunga sentensi, kizingatia, kielezi cha idadi na kivumishi cha idadi.
Wanafunzi 5 huimba mara kwa mara.
Wizara ya Afya inazindua kampeni ya chanjo ya homa ya matumbo na ukambi na surua kuanzia tarehe 5 hadi 14 Julai mwaka wa 2025. Watoto walio kati ya miezi 9 hadi miaka 14 watapewa chanjo ya homa ya matumbo. Watoto walio kati ya miezi 9 hadi miaka 5 watapewa chanjo ya ukambi na surua. Chanjo hizi ni salama na wahudumu wetu wa afya watapatikana katika vituo vyote vya afya, mashule, masoko na vyumba vya maombi karibu nawe. Homa ya matumbo ni hatari na ni muhimu kuendelea kuzingatia usafi wa maji na kanuni za usafi hata baada ya kupokea chanjo. Ukambi ni ugonjwa unaosambaa haraka na unaweza kusababisha matatizo makubwa mwilini na hata kifo. Chanjo dhidi ya ukambi hutoa kinga thabiti. Tuwalinde watoto wetu. Hakikisha wamepata chanjo hii. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwako na Wizara ya Afya ikishirikiana na UNICEF na Shirika la Afya Duniani.
A warm welcome to the Lunchtime News. I'm Maria Yambo. On the sign language is Byron Abole. I beg your pardon. And we want to begin our bulletin this afternoon with where 9 people died following a grisly road accident that occurred at Kijauri town along Sutik-Keroka Highway that is in Nyamira County. 7 of them died on the spot, while 2 others died while being rushed to hospital. Eyewitnesses say the accident happened when a truck ferrying tea factory logs from Sutik overturned, crashing into vehicles and shops.
The residents of Kijauri town of Borabu sub-county in Nyamira County had their morning interrupted by horrific scenes. 9 people lost their lives along the Sutik-Keroka Highway when a truck ferrying tea factory logs overturned at a steep section of the road. It then crashed into vehicles and shops. Eyewitnesses cited the section as a black spot.
Hii barabara imekuwa ikisababisha accident mara kwa mara. Hakuna hata pumps. Na watu wenye wanakaa kwa barabara wajaribu kukaa makini.
Tumekasirika tena vibaya sana. Mandapo tunaweza fanya anytime from now. Watu wanauawa kama umbwa. Mimi wao wameuawa ni makastoma zangu. Nanunua maziwa hapo, nanunua mboga hapo.
The residents also blamed they had just an open-air market, which they say attracts a lot of people near the road, hence posing the danger of many people being injured when an accident occurs.
Mambo na pamsi hata wakiweka yesi tusaidia. Kitu ya muhimu hii soko itoke hapa iende huko. Kama soko ingekuwa huko, hii ajali watu wangekufa venye wamekufa tu hivi saa hii. Soko inafaa kufunguliwa huko chini tangu itengenezwe, it's almost 1 year inaenda kuisha. Bado haijafunguliwa. People they are suffering here, wanastrain kuuzia vitu mpaka karibu kwa barabara hapa hivi.
The bodies of the deceased have been moved to Gucha mortuary. Tilio Marco for Lunchtime News.
Thank you, Tulio Marco, for that report. Now, Environment and Forestry Cabinet Secretary, that is Deborah Barasa, has called on Kenyans to support President Ruto's target of planting 15 billion trees by the year 2032. Speaking in Kapchorwa in Elgeyo Marakwet County during the 9th edition of the Kaptagat Forest Conservation, Barasa underscored the importance of the Forest Management Act in protecting these vital resources. She revealed that 90% of the Kaptagat forest has been restored, leading to improvements in the community's livelihoods. President William Ruto is expected to preside over the main event, that is it tomorrow. Timothy Kipnoso reports.
Environment Cabinet Secretary Dr. Deborah Barasa was on Friday in Kapchorwa, Keyo South, Elgeyo Marakwet County, to witness the 9th edition of Kaptagat Integrated Conservation Program, which is aimed at restoring and preserving the Kaptagat forest while improving the livelihoods of local communities.
Tumeweza kutengeneza hizo laws kama the Forest Conservation Management Act ambayo pia imeenda kwa parliament, na tunataka kuhakikisha kuwa our forests are protected.
She lauded the patron of the program, National Treasury Principal Secretary Dr. Chris Kipto, for helping in the forest conservation efforts, calling on other Kenyans to join hands in helping achieve the government's target of planting 15 billion trees by the year 2032.
Pia tunaangalia mambo ya pesa mfukoni, mambo ya commercial forestry, tumeandika strategy, na agroforestry ambayo tunafanya kazi na wizara hiyo ya kilimo.
Head of Public Service Dr. Felix Koskei revealed the region has successfully restored 36% of its forest cover, benefiting both the environment and the local community.
Niwapongeze watu wa Elgeyo Marakwet County kwa sababu nyinyi mnaongoza kwa ile percentage ya forest cover. Muko 36%. Sehemu nyingi, counties nyingi haijafika hata 2%, haijafika 5%, haijafika 10%.
The tree planting exercise was carried out following the clarion call by the head of public service to state corporations to support the initiative through their resources.
We want to see every leader, whether you are mzee wa mitaa, whether you are a chief, whether you are a PS, to see an initiative that will bring up our people to a level of stable economic state.
In the last 8 years, we have now almost fully restored Kaptagat ecosystem. Today, we have actually restored about 34 hectares, which is part of the 544 hectares that has been set aside by the Kenya Forest Service this 9th edition for restoration.
Kenya Broadcasting Corporation is among the institutions that have contributed immensely to the noble cause.
Well, I'm made to understand that event is actually happening today, and so the president will be gracing that event today. Now we move on where Quisero Member of Parliament Christopher Aseka has backed President William Ruto's recent directive allowing security officers to immobilize those caught vandalizing property or burning police stations during protests. However, Machakos County Woman Representative Joyce Kamene says the government should embrace dialogue with the Gen Zs to come up with a permanent solution and end the recurring demonstrations.
Speaking in Quisera constituency, Kakamega County, Aseka claimed the protests were not spontaneous, but rather a well-orchestrated political plan by opposition leaders aimed at causing unrest and potentially destabilizing the government.
Tunashukuru amesema mwizi, muuaji, munyang'anyi ambaye atapatikana akipiga mtu mawe, akiharibu mali ya mwingi na kwenda kuchoma police station, alisema asiuawe mbali apigwe risasi ya nini? Pigwa risasi ya mguu, uende hospitali, utibiwe, ukimaliza kutibiwa, upeleke koti.
The MP warned unless swift and firm action is taken, the country risks sliding into prolonged chaos, economic instability and the collapse of long-standing peace.
Ndio tumesema kwamba hatutakubali viongozi wachache ambao wako na nia mbaya wakubaliwe Kenya hii kupendua serikali ya William Samoei Ruto. Ile mambo ilikuwa Nairobi, haikuwa maandamano. Mimi najua wanafunzi wetu na watoto. Kama wanafanya maandamano, mbona mnaenda State House?
However, speaking in Kithimani, Machakos lawmaker Juice Kamene called on the government to address rampant corruption cases in the country and create jobs for the youth.
Corruption is on rampant. When you sit down there and start budgeting, cut down costs on vitu za luxury na vitu zenye zitusaidii kama mwananchi. We are paying a lot. Wazazi wetu wanaumia wakitaksiwa. Angalieni hiyo pesa muitumie vizuri.
Kamene also backed the calls for national dialogue between the government and the people to save the country from sliding into anarchy. Giverson Mana, Lunchtime News.
Thank you, Giverson, for that report. Now, to other news, where thousands of refugees in Kenya have received a significant boost following a rice donation from the government of South Korea. A total of 23,258 metric tons of rice, valued at $18 million was handed over at the Kenya Post Authority, that is the KPA, to support refugees in Kakuma, Kalobei and Dadaab camps. The donation delivered through the World Food Programme, WFP, came amid rising refugee numbers due to regional instability. Kenya's Refugee Affairs Commissioner, that is John Burugu, and Korean Ambassador Kang Hyung-shik reaffirmed their commitment to humanitarian collaboration. WFP says the food aid will improve nutrition and mental well-being among displaced communities.
I also say a very thank you to the government of Kenya. Despite the difficulties Kenya is facing, Kenya continue to open their hands to refugees. Kenya continue to advocate for refugees. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you, your leadership. I also want to thank the governor. I also want to thank our partners in Mombasa, especially the Ports Authority, who have really hosted WFP for the last 31 years in Kenya. So we really want to thank you so much for all the support, the partnership that we work in.
Korean government's large-scale rice donations to Kenya refugee camp is very, very meaningful. I'm very glad that Korea can provide support to Kenya refugees, supporting from food and daily necessities shortages. I hope that similar humanitarian aid project will continue in the future.
And Jivoje Primary and Junior School in Hamisi, that is in Vihiga County, has benefited from a modern computer lab, making it the first of its kind in the region. The donation was courtesy of the school's alumni in partnership with Bose Foundation. The alumni donated over 20 laptops with other accessories as Bose Foundation equipped the lab with desks, chairs, and construction of the facility.
Mambo ya kompyuta na mambo ya ICT yamekuwa ni muhimu sana katika ulimwengu wote na katika jamii na pia katika mashule zetu. Katika curriculum ya CBC inazingatia hiyo sana.
The young generation has been urged to use social media responsibly and embrace digital skills in the artificial intelligence era, where over 4.7 billion users globally are benefiting, that is, from AI. Speaking during a strategic training by Favitech Solutions on social media marketing, experts encourage young people to tap into digital opportunities for income generation. They emphasized the need for the government to fast-track ICT infrastructure and reduce taxes to create a business-friendly environment that attracts more youth. They were encouraged to enhance their skills, explore their full potential, and avoid relying solely on formal employment.
So we are taking advantage of the social media to create even job opportunities, whereby we employ even digital content creators, digital marketers, designers, and so on. So I will encourage the young generation, get a skill, learn that skill that will help you to be relevant at this day age. The beauty with social media, you don't need a lot to invest in it.
Organizations and developers going forward should invest in good security technologies, because you find that some of the things that happen is due to neglect. You neglect the aspect of security. You basically develop a good product, but you fail to secure that particular system, and you end up that all your client details have been exposed.
Reliable, transformative, innovative.
Well, that's where we take our first break. Stay with us if you can, because we still have more news for you.
Looking to advertise on KBC? KBC announcement services are now available on eCitizen. Visit kbc.ecitizen.go.ke and fill out the online application form. It's simple. 1. Complete the form. 2. Upload required documents. 3. Receive a quotation based on word count. And 4. Get notified via SMS when your announcement is ready. Please note, clearly indicate the type of announcement, service station, and all relevant details. 2. All applications must be made online only. Manual submissions will not be accepted. And 3. Announcements will air after news bulletins. For assistance, reach us on email ecitizen@kbc.co.ke or use our social media handles, Facebook, your Facebook account, and X at your X account. Or you can call us on 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124. KBC announcements. Simple, fast, and digital. The men and women in boots, they are commanded to defend and protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of Kenya. Their bravery knows no limits.
Make a man go through the wall without breaking the wall. Laziness, it is not in our vocabulary.
But what are their stories, their tales? Military Tales, every Saturday at 9 p.m. with Ben Troy Njoe.
And Lamin Camara with his first career goal.
Ni muda wa kuhesabu kwa ajili ya kusherekea fasili na asili ya soka barani Afrika. Ligi za ndani na magwiji wasiotambulika.
Mangeni Alvin anaichanja ndani uzuri. David!
Michuano ya CAF ya mataifa ya Afrika 2024 ni njia ya kuzindua kupanua mtandao wa wachezaji ulimwenguni. Timu itakayoshinda itazawadiwa dola za Marekani milioni 3.5 pamoja na kujivunia kulinyanyua kombe hilo. Pata manufaa zaidi kutoka kwa CHAN 2024 mubashara na kipute cha kipekee kwenye runinga ya KBC Channel 1, mwenzio wa dhati michezoni.
Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the news, where the family of a 24-year-old woman who died in hospital after being remanded at the Nanyuki GK prison is now demanding answers. Juliet Wangui, arrested during the Sabasaba protest, reportedly fell ill while in custody and died days later after undergoing surgery. Her family alleges foul play, insisting she had no prior health conditions. Her death comes just days after another young protester succumbed to gunshot injuries, raising fresh concerns over police and prison conduct during the recent unrest.
A section of youth took to the streets to express their anger over the news of the death of the 24-year-old lady who was arrested during the Sabasaba protest in Nanyuki, alongside 111 other protesters.
Was coming home from her daddy's place. Her daddy lives down in the village, and as she was approaching the neighborhood, because she lives by the neighborhood here, there was a gathering like you see, and the police vehicle came and they got jury and other people inside the vehicle.
The deceased was remanded at the Nanyuki GK prison on Tuesday after failing to raise a 50,000 shillings cash bail. But barely days into her detention, Juliet is said to have fallen seriously ill. She is said to have been rushed to a private hospital where she underwent a head operation but tragically died soon after.
And when I came, Julie was flat on the face. And I got two soldiers with a gun and also with uniform. And I asked, what happened? The young lady that was there told me, we got Julie. And while I was providing the jail dress to wear so that she can change, she fainted. And when she fainted, we called the doctor from the area, and she was treated. And then she woke up, and when she woke up, then she fell again. And then now she was unconscious. We took her to the hospital.
Her family is now demanding a thorough probe, alleging that Juliet may have been assaulted while in prison.
Julia na yeye ni mchana mdogo na kuna watoto wawili, alikuwa mzazi. Sasa hizi maneno ya Julia, jana ndio tulikuwa tunaongojea ripoti yake akifanywa surgery. Julia ametoka ameshikwa hapa Likie ambapo ni kwao. Ameenda, amepelekwa station, amepelekwa kotini, amefika prison. Tunasikia tena Julia kichwa pande moja iko na fracture.
Tunashangaa sana kwa nini askari tuko mita 300 4 5 kutoka kwa polisi. Kotini tunaipea heshima iko kule na hatujaguza. Sisi tunauliza aje? Sisi tulikuwa tumekosea nani? No wonder sasa mlete kifo hapa. Muue mtu ambaye anakaa kwa hii next plot. Na ni mtoto wa mkuu wetu. Sasa mnatuliza nini?
Prison authorities are yet to release an official statement detailing the events leading to her illness and eventual death. Juliet's death comes just 2 days after a Form 3 student allegedly died under unclear circumstances as police dispersed protesters in Likii Estate. The two deaths have sparked outrage among the youth in Nanyuki, who are now planning a peaceful demonstration on Monday to demand justice and accountability. Kamche Menza for Lunchtime News.
Thank you, Kamche. Now, a group of well-wishers have constructed a twin dormitory, each with a capacity of 50 girls and boys for mentally challenged children at the Esani Special Junior School that is in Gesima Ward, Kitutu Masaba constituency in Nyamira County. According to the lobby group, the 34 million project aims to minimize the abuse of children living with disability. Members of the Board of Trustees at the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya, Professor Julia Ojambo, expressed optimism that parents who are still holding their disabled children at home due to stigma would henceforth enroll them in the school.
May God bless you.
The parents observed a lot of problem facing the children, as it is elsewhere. Girls being molested and the way, children losing their way home because they cannot coordinate their directions very well, and it was risky for them to travel to and fro. For that matter, not all of them had come. Parents are holding some back because they are not able to travel morning and even to bring them to school and back home.
Those ones of goodwill, those ones who are also ready to assist, so that they can assist us furnish the more of the dormitory and also put up sanitation facilities, because at now we don't have a sanitation facility for the girls. We only have for the boys, and a very bad one behind me here for the girls. Then we also need to have more classes.
Residents of the disputed 44,000-acre Moyas settlement scheme in Yambo County have raised the red flag over what they termed as secretive and suspicious attempts to undermine a government-backed initiative to resolve the long-standing land conflict through alternative dispute resolution. Now, in a meeting held at Gategi Trading Center, the residents of the disputed land accused lawyers allegedly working under the Ngome Council of Elders of initiating court-based mediation proceedings without involving the actual affected parties and their legal team.
Jui, kile ambacho kinaendeshwa hapo Embu, nao mawakili wanakaa chini, wanaongea, we are not for that. Tunangojea ile mipango tulipanga tu kwa CS ama Avios ndio ianze ya mediation ama ADR.
This exercise of mediation must be done with a lot of transparency. Let everybody be involved.
Serikali ituangalie. Hii maneno imetatiza hata elimu, mambo mingi. Kila wakati tunasikia kuna kunja hivi, wa kila wakati sisi tunakaa na mbarindi. Sasa serikali hii kitu siitatue, ndio imekaa miaka mingi.
We head to Homa Bay, where Homa Bay Municipal Board has issued an eviction notice to small-scale traders operating along major roads within the town, ordering them to vacate their structures by close of business today. The directive is part of Homa Bay County Government's urban beautification initiative aimed at transforming the town into a major city within the next decade. The removal of roadside business structures, that is, also comes in preparation for the upcoming devolution conference scheduled for August this year.
Harakati na mikakati ambayo tumeweka kwa wakati huu, siku ya Jumamosi tutawaondoa wenye wako na containers kwa hii barabara imetoka referral kuelekea huko Homa Bay School, na wenye wako kwa barabara zingine. Tuko na mahali pembeni ambapo tutawapeleka.
Nafanya biashara ya kuuza vitu za stima. Sasa tuliambiwa na manager ya municipal that tunafaa tuame kwa hii barabara, tutoe containers na hizo maduka zetu. Na sasa alituambia tutoe hizo vitu waanze kupanda miti mahali tulikuwa tunafanya biashara zetu.
Hii mambo ya kutolewa watu hapa sio mzuri. Mimi kama binafsi, mimi ndio breadwinner kwa boma yetu. Mimi ndio mtoto mmoja hivi. Na mapato yangu ni hapa. Kila kitu ni mimi. Sasa tukitoka hapa watuambie penye tunaenda na tutakubali tu kutoka.
A look at sports now, where police officers engaging in the various sporting disciplines, including athletics and football, are set to benefit from a brand new state-of-the-art gymnasium that was opened at the Kiganja National Police Training College. The gymnasium will support their commitment to developing holistic training programs that go beyond traditional police work.
Kenya National Police DT SACCO formally handed over a brand new gymnasium to Kiganja National Police Training College in an unveiling ceremony attended by Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs Wycliffe Oparanya.
I want also to thank the President to have included you under the affordable housing scheme, because some of you have been living in a very terrible manner, that now with the housing scheme you are able to get comfort.
The gym was constructed to serve as a powerhouse for talent development within the police service and the broader region. The facility is equipped with treadmills, cross trainers, stationary bikes, free weights, resistance machines, and specialized training zones for disciplines such as functional fitness, boxing, and team drills. The college will integrate the facility into its physical training curriculum to ensure that tomorrow's officers graduate both mentally and physically prepared for the demands of their duties.
Not just fitness facility, but also a tool for building endurance, promoting wellness, managing stress, and enhancing performance. By investing in this
in the physical and mental well-being of our personnel, we are investing in a more efficient, professional, and people-centered police service.
The gym follows the multi-million shillings stadium in South Sea, now homegrown to 2025 FKF Premier League champions Police FC and Police Bullets football clubs.
Olympic champion, that is Emmanuel Wanyonyi, cruised to his third 800 meters victory of the season at the Hercules Diamond League on Friday night in Monaco, posting a world lead and meeting record of 1 minute 41.44 seconds. The win extended Wanyonyi's lead to 30 points, and he is well on course to retaining his Diamond Trophy at the end of the season.
Fabulous run, the Algerian.
Emmanuel Wanyonyi was too fast at the Monaco Diamond League, winning the 800 meters ahead of Howie Josh of the United States and Sejati Jamel of Algeria, who were second and third respectively.
41.44. It is the fastest time.
Edmond Serem was third in the 3,000 meter steeplechase, clocking 8 minutes 04.00 seconds, finishing behind Ryuji Miura of Japan, who was second, and winner Sofiane El Bakali of Morocco.
Nelly Chepchirchir, I mentioned on the start line, she's undefeated this year.
Nelly Chepchirchir won their 1,000 meters in 2 minutes 29.77 seconds, beating Wiley Addison of the United States and Jessica Hull of Australia, who were second and third respectively. The 5,000 meters was disastrous for the lone Kenyan athlete Jacob Crop, who could only settle for 9th position in the race won by Yomif Kajalcha of Ethiopia.
It's going to be just outside, as Fakin Yegon has been in the last couple of years for Chepchirchir.
To matters tennis, where world number one Jannik Sinner demolished 10-time Austrian Open champion, that is Novak Djokovic, to reach the Wimbledon final at the All England Club. Sinner delivered a stunning performance to defeat former world number one Djokovic in straight sets of 6-3, 6-3, 6-4. The win now sets up a blockbuster rematch with Spain's Carlos Alcaraz, a repeat of last month's French Open showdown, where Sinner heartbreakingly lost in 5 sets despite leading by 3 and holding champion points. Taylor Fritz 6-4, 5-7, 6-3, 7-6 in the other semi-final.
First point against serve. And there it is now. Djokovic leaves the court empty, leaves the stage to Sinner.
We've come to the end of the bulletin this afternoon. As always, thank you for your time and your company. My name is Marie Yambo. Of course, helping me on the sign language interpretation was Byron Abuli. For more news, tune in at 7 and 9 p.m.
Boni, na kuona na kuku wako hapo nami na mayai ya kwangu.
Basi wiki hii kwenye Mkulima tunajifunza jinsi ya kumfuga kuku wa kutaga.
Kisha tujipe maarifa na namna ya kutumia mabanda kwenye ufugaji wa kuku.
Mimi naweza waambia ukulima wa kuku iko na faida. Because watu wanakula kila siku. Watu wanakula mayai sana. Watu wasiogope kufuga kuku ati hakuna market iko.
Ungana nasi Jumamosi hii saa 10:30.
Tukupe uhondo kamili kuhusu ufugaji.
Hapa KBC Channel 1.